sasa wa kujinyakulia aina ya flash disk kuanzia 8GB, 16GB na vilevile 32GB. Vilevile earphones, wireless headsets, unajipatia wireless microphones tofauti kwa bei nafuu. Yale ambayo unafaa kuyafanya hivi sasa ni kwamba unapiga simu kupitia nambari 0739318606. Yote unayapata kwa bei nafuu popote ulipo.
Naam, ni wakati wa kusikiza sauti inayobeba maono, busara na hali halisi ya kisiasa humu nchini. Karibu katika kipindi Sauti ya Uongozi. Hapa tutakuwa tunazungumza na viongozi kujieleza katika hali halisi ya yale ambayo waliahidi kuyafanya, na bila shaka kukupa wewe mtazamaji nafasi ya kuzungumza kama mwananchi wa kawaida kwa yale ambayo waliahidi kuyafanya katika maendeleo humu nchini.
But after making the payment, they deleted. Now, what kind of accounting is that? Because you are supposed to maintain the details of whoever you paid, so that the figures can balance.
Watu ambao wanafanyiwa sio kwamba ni wale wananchi wote ambao wako pale wanafanyiwa ile funding, ni makundi haswa. Na zile pesa kufika katika makundi ikamfikia mwananchi yule ambaye alikuwa anachangiwa akapata kiasi kidogo cha pesa. Ina maana kule kuzurula, ule msururu wa kuzunguka inakuwa ni kama ni null and void kwa mwananchi, anaiona kwamba analagaiwa.
If you graduated in 2016 and somebody graduated in 2020, the 2016 was to be given priority to get that job. But nowadays, members of parliament have taken over. They get the letters, they dish them in funerals, others they sell them to the highest bidder.
Kila wiki tutakuletea mahojiano ya kina na viongozi kutoka sekta mbalimbali na jamii kwa ujumla. Je, unajiuliza maswali ni kipi ambacho kinajiri nyuma ya pasia la uongozi? Basi hapa ndipo unapaswa kukaa mkao wa kutazama na kusikiza. Usikose Sauti ya Uongozi kila siku ya Jumamosi kuanzia saa 1 jioni hadi saa 3 jioni ndani ya Ndizi TV Africa, nami Jeff Nyakundi. Sauti ya Uongozi. Tunazungumza, tunajenga, tunabadilika.
Black Market Records.
What's up my good people, it's your guy Aleka Alex. Na nitakuwa nikiwaletea show moto, show fire, show konki, show mambo bad ndani ya rininga yako number 1 Ndizi TV Africa. Tune in every Monday to Friday as from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Usikose, hii na itakuwa kari. Kuja tupige dance, tupige gossip, tupige gumzo. Au see.
Kanogo masonsesi ofumita bufumi santi masonsesi kugambe mafonsesi o zambe
tenda wema pewa tako kwangu ni clean so butafagia kwako ni kuje ndogo jutakula kushoto usitake kuona na my dirty version.
Tune in every Monday to Friday as from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Kuja tukule doba, kuja tucheze doba, kuja tupige dance, tupige gossip gumzo. Hii itakuwa kari au sio? Awo. Don't miss.
Inside each one of us, there is a dream. The challenge is how to achieve it. This journey will take inspiration, constant motivation, proper supervision, and strong connections. At Camel Park Training College, we know what makes your dreams come true. Now, all we need to begin in this journey is you. Enroll today in a variety of courses. Choose Camel Park Training College.
Steer your future in the right direction. Safe driving starts here. Camel Park Driving School, now ready to quench your driving thirst. We offer NTSA certified driving lessons for upgrading, beginners, and refreshers. Our team of qualified instructors deliver content for the following classes: A1, A2, B1, B2, C, C1 and C2, D1 and the rest. We train learners with modern vehicles which fit the evolving digital world. Why choose Camel Park Driving School? We are situated within a serene environment which offers a humble space of study. Our classes are fitted with advanced materials which supports learning. Other benefits are flexible class schedule, pocket-friendly fees, proper theory and practical guide, annual operation and additional computer packages training. Spend less, learn more, drive forever. Apply now. For more information, call us on or SMS us on 0755 386 594 or 0753 915 354. Or you can email us on camelcollege@gmail.com, or also you can visit our offices at Kiogoro, which is 5 kilometers from Kisii town along Kisii-Kirigos Road. Camel Park Driving School, shaping dreams on the wheels.
Welcome again as we continue with our program here. That is the morning bus, of course, coming live from our main studios in DZTV Africa. And as we go on, of course, it is 28 minutes past 8 a.m. in the morning, and on the trending stories, and of course from our region, we start from Migori County. And from Migori County is that residents of Migori County have called on governors to prioritize efficiency service delivery and intensify the fight against corruption, which they say is slowing down development. When speaking while in Migori County or Migori Town, and the leadership of John Pesa, the residents declared the widespread of corruption that has allegedly led to the shortage of medicine in public hospitals, poor standards of education, especially those in early childhood development ECDE centers, and of course the bad roads network in the area. And of course they urged governors to ensure prudent and transparent utilization of the billions of shillings allocated to counties by the national government to guarantee improved services and meaningful development. Let's have a look on what these leaders mentioned while in that meeting.
So corruption is what is killing our county. And we should want to ask the next governor, and it should be me, that we should stop corruption. Once you stop corruption, then our resources are geared towards job creation. When you create jobs, these youths, I'm sorry youths who are here, these youths are really suffering. If you look at our roads that they use to move with their passengers, they are horrible. And these young men may not live longer because of that. If you look at our hospitals, we have no drugs in our hospitals. And people, all counties get money from the central government. Why in Migori do we have this problem of no medicine in any hospital? Those are areas where we as politicians should address. We have education, which is very important. And you know, I'm a teacher. Education is the key to success in any society. We would like to make sure that our leaders address that issue of education very thoroughly.
Elsewhere, from the same county, that is Migori, is that clergy in Migori, under the umbrella of the Evangelical Alliance of Kenya, EAK, have distanced themselves from the allegations that the church leaders in the county are partisan and aligned with the particular politicians. The statement follows a report claiming that some of the members of the clergy were quoted as taking political sides after the two-day violence that erupted in Migori between supporters of the two political leaders. Speaking in the church in Migori town, Bishop Otige emphasized that the clergy are ambassadors of peace and unity in the county. He reaffirmed that their role is to promote harmony and reconciliation among the residents, not to advance the political interests. The clergy also called on police officers to exercise restraint and, of course, avoid the use of excessive force while managing the unrest. They urged all parties involved to embrace dialogue and peaceful coexistence for the sake of the stability of the Migori County. Let's have a look at it.
We are equally concerned about the reports of excessive use of force by some police officers while responding to political gatherings and public events. While we acknowledge and respect the constitutional mandate of security agencies to maintain law and order, we strongly emphasize that the exercise of that mandate must remain lawful, proportionate, and respectful of human rights. The protection of life and property must never result in unnecessary harm or intimidation of citizens. We solemnly pledge to remain non-partisan in our efforts to ensure that Migori County remains peaceful before, during, and after the general election of 2027. Our mandate is to be salt and light, promoting peace, justice, reconciliation, and unity across political, ethnic, and generational lines. We call upon all leaders, institutions, churches, and citizens to join us in safeguarding the peace of Migori and the citizens of Migori and the beloved nation of Kenya.
Elsewhere, as we move on, still from Migori County, that is Nyanza region, is that Peter Masala, a member of parliament of Suna West constituency, has called on Migori County government to expand Kehancha municipality to improve hygiene standards in Kehancha. Speaking in Kehancha town after a brief meeting with members of business community, Masara urged the Migori County leadership to utilize the remaining 1 year of their term to enhance the town's status and improve service delivery. He also appealed to the ODM splinter groups led by Edwin Sifuna to impress the spirit of broad-based government and refrain from inciting Kenyans to participate in demonstrations. Instead, he encouraged them to support the leadership of William Samoei Ruto for the sake of the national unity and the development. Let's have a look on what Bwana Masara, the member of parliament of Suna West constituency, said yesterday.
Manispaa ya Kehancha isiwe manispaa ambapo iko tu katika makaratasi. Tunataka tuone malori, matinga. Wakati devolution ilikuja, Kehancha ilikuwa na grader, ilikuwa na tipa, ilikuwa na Prado, ilikuwa na vitu mingi. Hata kama wawezi nunua mpya, serikali ya ugatuzi ya saizi ya Migori, walete zile ya zamani ya Kehancha warudishiwe ili ikusanye takataka, na hata official chairman ya municipal na ofisa wake wote wanatembea kwa miguu. Na kuna allocation yoyote inafanyika hapa Kehancha. So tunaomba serikali ya ugatuzi, bado wako na miaka moja, wafanyie wananchi kazi. Wananchi walitoka kupiga kura, na walipiga kura ili wapate maendeleo. Watu ambao wanataka kuturudisha katika maandamano tunakataa. Kwa sababu gani? Tulikuwa tunaandamana ili tupate serikali na maendeleo, na tayari saa hizi tunapata maendeleo. So hiyo maandamano inatakani kuwe ya nini? Maandamano yenye inafaa ifanywe Migori ni ile ya kufanya Migori kuwe safi. Wafagie masoko, walete madawa katika mahospitali, na vijana pia wapate ajira. Lakini eti tunaenda kudemonstrate eti Sifuna ama nani, kama Orengo ni mzee. Tunashukuru ile kazi amefanya. Orengo has fought for democracy in this country. But a good dancer anajua saa ya kutoka kwa stage. Saizi hawezi demonstrate, mifupa imeshikana, atavunjika. Awache vijana waendeshe gurudumu ya hii inchi iende mbele. Hivyo basi leo hii nataka wenye tumeungana tushiriki pamoja, tu support President William Ruto amalize term yake ya pili, atuletee maendeleo.
Alright, those are some of the stories from Migori County and elsewhere. What has been trending on the national basis, if I can call it like that, is that from the Senate, that is Senator Edwin Sifuna lost his tempers and lectured his counterpart Gerald Gay face to face of a hypocrisy in opposition attack during the public rallies. That is a statement that he made yesterday during a session in Parliament, more so in the Senate Parliament. And elsewhere, yesterday, President William Samoei Ruto humorously cautioned MCAs against chanting the one-term slogan, warning that they could end up hurting their own political future. And of course, that was one of the meetings that they attended, that they call the County Assemblies Forum, the CAF, where most of the elected members of County Assembly are attending the session, of course, since Wednesday, and of course, a good part of yesterday. And elsewhere, Senator Harwale, and of course Edwin Sifuna, they clashed with Gerard Gay and Orekina over the majority leadership absence in in the Senate. Of course, there's some things that happened yesterday that had, of course, most of these members of the Senator Parliament, they crashed, and of course there was nipe nikupe ya maneno katika Parliament pale. And of course, elsewhere, what has been trending also is that the High Court orders the government to pay 102.5 million in compensation to 41 judges who were not appointed by the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Rules he violated the rights. And of course, this is something that is now haunting the government after denying to uplift or denying to appoint the former 41 judges who were then chosen by the Judicial Service Commission to be working. And of course, now that the High Court has ordered the government to pay 102.5 million shillings in compensation to 41 judges who were not appointed by the former President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and they are citing that he violated their rights. And elsewhere, some of the trending stories is that the business traders countrywide have been raising the alarm over the potential search of illicit tobacco products should the Senate pass the Tobacco Control Amendment Bill of 2024 in its current form. The traders have been accusing the Senate for failing to conduct adequate consultation, and for many business people, the Senate was their last line of defense. Proceeding to propose the bill in its current form represents a significant betrayal of traders, business people, and the economic recovery efforts of SMEs. And of course, the traders instead have been urging senators to prioritize enforcement of existing laws under the Tobacco Control Act of 2007, which already restricts access to tobacco and nicotine products by persons under the age of 18. And this is a story that has been trending since Monday, actually, when they say that it is on the final stages being discussed and, of course, being amended to be law in Parliament. And, of course, we saw those people who are involved in it, the speakers of the National Assembly, and, of course, the Speaker of the County, of course, the Speaker of the Senate, Amason Kingi, and other leaders, the likes of Edwin Sifuna, Senator Jackson Mandago, the Beta Muthinde Munene, and of course Karen Nyamu, Senator Karen Nyamu, who are those people who have been saying that they are having a hand, and of course they have been supporting this to ensure that they are going to be passed or dropped. Because one thing that we need to have a look at it. And of course, from Nyamira County, this region, is that yesterday the senatorial aspirant Adams Mochenwa from Nyamira County visited a number of schools, including Nami Secondary School in West Mugrango, and of course he held a motivational session with the students and supported the needy students in the area. And of course he encouraged students to believe in their potential regardless of their background, and emphasizing that the consistency of efforts and integrity opens doors for them in future. And of course, elsewhere, there is a clip that has been going on social media on the planned Kakamega, that is by Edwin Sifuna and their counterparts. That's part of the ODM faction. And the clip is involving the Deputy Governor, Ayubu Savula, talking about the Sifuna's rally in Kakamega, where he mentioned, if I quote, wale wanakuja wa Kakamega wanakuja kupiga kelele, watu wapigwe tear gas na wengine wakufe. That is a statement that was made by Senator, that is the Deputy Governor for Kakamega, Ayubu Savula, on the Sifuna's rally in Kakamega that is planned to happen this weekend on Sunday. Elsewhere is that the United Opposition has called off the planned protests where they scheduled to take place on Friday, actually today. It was supposed to be taking place today, that is 20th of this month, this year. And of course, the leaders say they no longer see the need to visit the Inspector General of Police, Douglas Kancha, office or proceed with the demonstrations, as investigative agencies have assured them of action. You know, it's something that we normally used to see happening sometimes back, but currently what they staged last time, they have said, no, we are not going to do it because we don't see the reason to why we can be able to do it. And of course, they have said that investigative agencies have assured them of action. Let's wait and see whether whatever they have been assured, will it be done, or will it be acquired, or what's going to happen. And elsewhere, we saw the Makadara Member of Parliament, George Aladwa, say that Sifuna and Babu are still in ODM the ODM party members, and insists that the media is one dividing the party. You know, in Swahili they do say that mbaazi akikoza kuzaa uzingizia jua, and here they're saying that it's us media who is dividing the party. But I don't know, is it so? Maybe you can also talk to us and of course inform us whether we are the one who are dividing the party. And here what he's saying that Aladwa is saying that Edwin Sifuna and Babu Wino, they are still the members of the ODM party, and the media is the one which is dividing the party. And here I saw somebody answering or making a comment over the same, saying that they will be shocked. Who told you? The same guy Rumors has it when has it he wants to scour Sifuna Babu stopover at Mbale en route to Kakamega, or as they are in routing to Kakamega. Another one was saying that waliambiwa ODM without Sifuna na Babu ni kama klabu haina mashabiki na muziki, wakaona kama ni uongo. From Wanga Aladwa and MCA Korogosho today, their theme is one, or their team is one. And somebody here was saying that ODM gani? Ile ODM tunaijua ni ya Sifuna na Babu, hiyo ingine hatuifahamu, ishaenda. Mupende musipende, Babu and Sifuna in force, noma tena sana. Anasema kwamba huyu anaitwa Vicky Wise akisema kwamba ndoto ya mjana, bye bye broad based government, we are onboarding to Edwin Sifuna and Babu winners. Media, please stop dividing the party, multiply the party on Kendi Peter saying that regarding to that clip. And of course Osuo Okage hapa anasema kwamba kuna yule ambaye anamuomba Mungu pesa alafu akipata anamrudishia eti ni tight. Kwa ODM tushaondoka, hiyo ingine yenye tunafahamu ni ya Edwin na Babu. All right, some of the comments here and there, and of course elsewhere on the elections that were held yesterday. That is the Law Society of Kenya. They held elections yesterday, and of course we saw the senior counsel Charles Kanjama winning the LSK presidential election that were held yesterday. And of course it was, from the clips we saw, they were celebrating. And of course on the other side kuna wale ambao walipoteza, lakini they only need to have one president at a time. And Charles Kanjama won the elections that were held up yesterday. Elsewhere, as I'm almost winding up, there is a clip that has been going on showing the nominated Senator Karen Nyamu being squeezing herself on a crowd that was seen to be violent to some extent, and we saw the senator trying to pull out, but there is no route to get out of it, and it's one of the functions that she was yesterday. And elsewhere is that talking about other trending stories here, is that Kenyan government can now privatize 11 state-owned farms that is after the High Court dismissed the petition challenging the privatization plan. And of course the move unlocks the 600 billion strategy to fund infrastructure and support the national budget. And here are some of these 11 state-owned that farms targeted for privatization is Kenya Pipeline Company, National Oil, we have the new KCC, the Kenya Seed Company, Kenya Literature Bureau, that is KLB, Western Kenya Rice Mills, we have Numerical Machinery Complex, Vehicle Manufacturers Limited, 35% stake, and of course Rivertex East Africa, Mwea Rice Mills, and of course KICC. Those are some of the 11 state-owned farms that are targeted for privatization. And of course now that the state has gotten a clear way to go on with the 600 billion strategy, we are waiting to see what is going to happen now that the court has given a red light, or a red flag to a green light to them to start the privatization, and we're going to see how is it going to work out. Elsewhere, there is something that I started when I was doing the intro in the morning, that is during the newspaper review, that that is the cabinet secretary for Interior, and of course that is Honorable Murkomen Kipchumba, is saying that it is very clear, I'm quoting what he mentioned, that it is very clear that somebody somewhere is giving out tear gas canisters to the wrong people who are using them in these rallies. I can tell you for sure, it's not police officers using those tear gas. And the question is, who then is using them? Do you have evidence on what is happening? Or do you have evidence on what is saying? Maybe they might be having it. And what we want to see is action. the people who are said to be using them illegally and who are not police officers, they should be arrested and brought to book to ensure that each and every person is secure, either attending a political rally, attending a church service where a political figure is attending, to ensure that things run out clearly and we avoid such a kind of shenanigans of killing common mwananchi anyhowly, and of course tear gassing even children in church. You know, we are waiting to see how Kipchumba Murkomen is going to do it out, and of course to ensure that those that he had mentioned that they are not the police officers and they are using the tear gas canisters anyhowly, we need to know where is their source of getting those canisters, that is the tear gases, and of course how do they access them and who is giving them and who authorizes them to be used here and there. And of course, there we do see normally in some of these events that are happening, we see the police officers are within, then all of a sudden there is a canister, and then of course normally we'll be thinking and we'll be knowing that it's the police officers who threw the canister, and of course waiting to see how the national government and of course the CS Interior is going to deal with it. Elsewhere, as I went up, is that unclaimed assets or unclaimed assets have surpassed the 100 billion shillings for the first time, and of course this is a story that was published on the Business Daily. And with the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority holding 115 billion shillings, the funds ranging from bank deposits and shares to M-Pesa wallets and dividends highlight growing challenges in tracing rightful owners. Remember, either there's somebody who may be retired, and when this guy retired, he or she had not gone to get the retirement benefits, and of course maybe they have died, and of course their families, whenever they are making a follow-up of this money or their finances, it is hard for them. The fact is that it's very hard, and now we can be able to see it has accumulated up to 115 billion shillings. And the question is, whenever you see such a kind of a thing, it shows that there is challenges in tracing such a kind of money. Either it's money somebody died while it was in M-Pesa and you don't have the PIN, you need to convince Safaricom for you to access it, and if you don't, then the money will be remaining there, and later on it will be unclaimed, and later on it will be into the the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority. And that shows how hard it is for someone to be doing the same, or for someone to be making a follow-up on some of these finances that their loved ones have left behind once they have departed. And of course, those are some of the trending stories. Maybe to check on your comments that you have shared. Joy Olo saying that watching live, thank you for making a follow-up for watching this morning. And of course we say thank you to those who have been watching. I can be able to see Edward Barare saying that he is following from Nairobi. Thank you so much for following up, and of course watching on DZTV Africa, and of course the morning buzz. Elsewhere, I can be able to see this team of the GK 2014 alumni saying that they are tuned in and watching live. That is Dante, Duncan, of course Oichoe. I can be able to see Sophia saying that they are still watching, not forgetting Cynthia Kerubo, Cynthia Maenye, Amos, and the entire brigade. Feel most thanked and of course appreciated as you woke up with us, and of course following us. I know some of you have a very challenging schedule here and there. And elsewhere is that as I come to an end is that we send our condolences to one of our friends, and of course our viewer who lost his grandmother or mother, and of course the burial is today at Tombe, and we say that to Diona Mura, pole kwa kumpoteza mama, and that is where we are heading, all of us. We say pole sana, and as the family of GK 2014 alumni, tuko pamoja na wewe until the end, but the entire team that is heading there, we say that wish you Chadi Masses as you represent the GEKE 2014 alumni, and thanks to everyone who woke up with us this morning. And up to that moment, that is where I just wrap it up for the morning buzz here at Ndizi TV Africa. We meet again next week from Monday to Friday. And of course, here hapa katikati tutakuwa tunakutana tu bado on our normal programs that we do here from our main studios. And for those who have been watching, thank you so much. My name is Jeff Nyakundi. My director has been Rukas Uma. Have a lovely week, have a lovely day, a lovely weekend, and of course for our Muslim friends, we say Ramadan Kareem, and for our Christian and the Catholics, we say that keep or rent as you are on the Quaresma season. We wish you all the best. And of course, for the Seventh-day Adventists, we wish you a happy preparation day as we meet in church tomorrow, and of course, worship. Thank you so much for making it Ndizi TV Africa. Bye-bye for now. Have a fruitful day ahead.